Hello my fellow Lycans, newcomers, and passerbys, and welcome back to Scum. This is patch 0.3.68, and today they have finally fixed some bugs for the 0.3 patch and release. And they added some few other cool things too, so we're gonna go ahead and go through that. And first off, as you see here, they added two different types of puppets. Alright, and these are called police puppets and military puppets. Now, they're all gonna hold their respective gear. So police puppets are gonna obviously have riot helmets. They're gonna wear the police riot vests, the police gear, and they're gonna be found in police stations and around that area. Military puppets are going to be found in military zones. They can hold police backpacks, they can hold military vests, and it's something really cool about it actually is the fact that not only can they hold military vests, but the vests actually do help keep them safe along with the helmets. So the ones with high military vests are going to be super hard to take down compared to the ones that don't have military vests at all. And they will be spawning in bunkers and in like places like airfield, just high military loot zones. And then they also reworked the timing for it. I don't know if you guys want to know about it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go through it real quick. So single player, wild puppets will spawn within 5 minutes, exterior 18 seconds, and interior 30 seconds. Multiplayer zombies will spawn from the wild within 10 minutes, exterior 30 seconds, and interior 5 minutes. So multiplayer, they're definitely gonna take a little longer to spawn, which makes perfect sense. They've also made interior zombies a little hard of hearing, so that way when you're running outside of a place, they don't instantly jump up and start screaming, giving away your location, which they did a ton. They did that a lot. But now that is fixed, and now you have to enter the house for them to actually hear you and make some noise while you enter the house, and they'll be able to hear you. So now let's go ahead and go through the bug fixes. There are quite a bit of them. If I find them to be very important, I'll go ahead and stop and explain, but if I find they don't need to be explained, I won't explain it. So, fix the bug when prisoners were unable to take compound bow in hands. Pretty self-explanatory. Fix the bug where moving an item from chest to inventory would play the sound twice. This was a bug that I think only a few people seen, and it only happened every so often, basically, where you would put an item from the chest into your inventory and it'll go click click, that two sounded thing. Fix various issues with ghost item widgets appearing. So basically you get like ghost items in your inventory that weren't actually there, but they said they were there. Fix the bug that caused squad member limit to be invalid on server restart. So basically when you created a squad, say you had 6 out of 10 people, all of a sudden you relog back in and now it's like 6 out of 5 or 6 out of 4. It made your squad, it made adding people to the squad and stuff like that a lot harder. Fix Metal Palisade blueprint being unfinishable. That was a big one. Fix some placed blueprints requiring less ingredients to finish. Fix possible crash and lag while opening any type of inventory. Fix front sight being barely visible on Winchester rifle. Fix the bug where looking through, I think they spelled that wrong, but fix the bug where looking through binoculars or scopes while sitting wouldn't have magnification. I didn't have that problem. Fix tractor brake lights, sometimes causing screen to go dark. Fix the bug with squad mates triggering traps. So basically, you're not supposed to, traps aren't supposed to go off for you or your squad mates, even though that might be a little more realistic. I think that's the choice of the game. It is, you guys got to remember, the game is not really it's a realistic game, but I think it's trying to be more of a PvE mixed with PvP and not full PvP. And it's supposed to be realistic, but with some weird, variance. Like, they don't want to make it like freaking so hard to where, there's no point in using traps in your front doors because you're just going to trigger them anyways. Because then, you know, what's the point of laying traps if, you know, your buddies are just gonna run, you're gonna run over them all the time, you know what I mean? What's the point of having a huge squad of 10 or more, and your people are just gonna run over your traps and just waste them? It'd just be annoying in my opinion. Fix a bug that allowed you to receive squad chat messages you should not have been receiving. So basically, when you logged to the game, you would see if anyone recently put in a team chat, their team chat, not meaning they're in your squad, but in a different squad, and they type something in team chat, it would go to you, and you'd be able to read it. Fix a bug where sledges would sometimes fall through terrain, and you can no longer launch players with sledge. Quality of life additions, there are quite a few of them, and man, are they pretty darn nice. So patching wounds within events is now much quicker. If you remember before, it took forever to patch wounds. It was basically like, why even bother patching wounds? The berry action now gives you 25 XP, and washing items gives you 10 XP for survival skill. Rebalance all helmets and armor vests. They now offer more realistic protection against bullets. So that's going to be interesting to find out. Recipe for stab-proof vest changed. Instead of rags, you need 3 diaries now. Also, it offers now better protection against smaller caliber guns, but overall durability is lower. Also, now it offers better protection against bullets than a stab-proof vest. This is interesting because, in all honesty, you would think it would be quite the same. You know what I mean? Because the whole reason why they changed it from rags to diaries is because diaries are thicker. You know, they're like a book. So it's basically like putting books in front of your chest. That's basically all they're doing. To keep you protected as a stab proof, but that's going to be interesting to see and test out. Now you can bondage people with improvised rope and tree bark rope. Items now take slight damage upon throwing. Melee weapons take slight damage on hit now. Spear damage reworked. Still, all 3 spears will kill in 1 hit if it's a headshot. The damage taken from the chest or limb hit is more proportional to each spear depending on the quality of the spear. So say you have a metal spear and you freaking hit someone in the chest with it, he's going to take more damage than a regular spear. However, all headshots, no matter what the spear, is death. We changed how gaining base build experience works. Before, you would get a set amount of XP once you finish a base building item. Now you will gain the same amount just in smaller batches with every base build ingredient added. This way, if more people partake in the base building, everyone gets XP equal for the work they put in. So basically, if Johnny puts in a wood log, I put in a wood log, I get XP for the wood log I put in, he gets the XP for the wood log he put in. Re-added basic tooltips for items. So holding control will expand the full tooltip. Basic tooltips are optional. This is something that can be disabled in the options menu under the game section. So they said re-added. This actually was there when 0.3 came out, and then I think they took it out. So it's back now. Now you can scroll through the inventory when dragging an item. That was a problem before. Scroll wheel will rotate the item. Control plus the scroll wheel will scroll. So if you hold control and scroll, you'd be able to scroll down your list. Just remember that's going to be very important. I'm going to be reminding people like crazy. We have a new system of repairing base elements, as a lot of you were frustrated that it takes too much time and resources. Now it only takes 1 use of your toolbox to repair 1 base element to 100%. Now that is not all. You can repair your base from your flag area now. When you interact with the flag, it shows how many base elements you have under your flag's control. You can decide to repair elements that are less than 25, 50, or 75% durability, and you can choose to repair all. So this is a good look at it right here. It's showing the different percentages, 25, 50, and 75, and repair all right here, all base elements, 100%. And if each toolbox is based on each element. So I'm assuming one wood palisade can be fixed with one use of the toolbox. So if you have 100 toolbox, that's 100 wood palisades you can fix, and you can do it all from your flag area. So you no longer have to go to each little piece of wood and, you know, repair, and then it all disappear. You know what I mean? So it's awesome. It's really cool. Let's see. Base flags can't be destroyed with weapons or explosives anymore. Barbed spike traps can now be destroyed via interaction, which I hope that doesn't mean they're like the wooden shelter and stuff like that, where you can just walk up and destroy it no matter if it's in your flag zone or not. I still hope that it's still only destroyable by the person who made it. Trap explosions affects base elements more realistically. Elements blocked by other elements now get less damage. So guess what? No more freaking putting pressure cookers outside of a wall that's 6 walls deep and destroying all 6 walls all at once, because the wall will stop the force of the explosion. The first wall will stop the force of the explosion of being as destructible as the first one to the second one. So like the wave of force will just lessen and lessen and lessen as you go through each wall. Prisoner movement speed is now the same when limping as in limping in melee combat mode. Added new motion captured movement animations when holding weapons while walking and jogging. Various improvements to a number of different weapon animations. Expose squad member limits as parameters in server config as an admin command. Reduced amounts of experience / fame players get when firing a shotgun. You used to get a lot. The Mosin animation and visual upgrades. Supply drops have been rebalanced, so now basically supply drops will only give out mid-tier loot, no crappy loot anymore, only mid-tier loot. And on top of the mid-tier loot, every supply drop will be full no matter what. You will not walk up on empty supply drops. And also client and server optimization, so that's gonna be awesome. All right, so here's something else too that we need to talk about. In the next 2 weeks, we're going to have another patch. All right, we don't know what it is yet, but Sippy says he's gonna leak some stuff, which I assume he probably will because he leaks a lot of things, and it's going to be awesome. So keep an eye out on Scum General. You can talk to people, stay in the business. All because we're not getting a patch in 2 weeks does not mean we will not get information for the next patch or for future content. Also, your voice needs to be heard within this community. If you want something in the game, you have to voice it. Put it down in suggestions. Go to the Scum Discord. I have it down there in the link. Join that sucker. It's awesome. They're also having a Q&A. Make sure to freaking put your questions down there as soon as possible, and you'll be able to, or they'll go ahead and answer those questions for you. And I think that is about it. Oh, they're also doing a new community showcase soon. Hopefully next week. I'm hoping it's gonna be next week. So they're gonna show off what they're gonna be doing for the rest of the year, which is gonna be amazing because we all want to know what we all want to see from this year. And yeah, so it's gonna be awesome. As for the channel, I will now be doing those explosive videos and how base building works and everything else now that this update has came out. I wanted to see if they would rebalance anything, and they did. So it's now a very great time to go ahead and do those videos compared to before this patch came out, because now this is something that can be changed. This is still an early access game, but it's something that's more concrete than it was before. With that all said, you guys enjoy your day, and I am out.